Imagine standing on the edge of the world, where the North Sea roars like an angry giant and islands rise like forgotten sentinels from the deep. Welcome to the Orkney Islands, a windswept archipelago off Scotland's northern tip, where history isn't just old, it's ancient, epic, and a tad mischievous. I'm your guide on Islomania, and today we're diving into Orkney's geographical wonders, historical enigmas, and the sunken secrets of Scapa Flow. Buckle up, because these isles aren't just pretty postcards. They're time capsules with a twist of mystery. Did you know Orkney has more sheep than people? Yeah, about 20,000 humans versus a fluffy army of over 100,000. Talk about a woolly takeover. But shh, we're here for the real secrets. Stick around and you might just uncover why these islands feel like they've got one foot in the Stone Age and the other in a Viking saga. Let's set sail. Geographically, Orkney is a masterpiece of nature's drama, a cluster of over 70 islands, though only about 20 are inhabited. Spanning roughly 990 square kilometers, this archipelago is a playground for the elements. The largest island, Mainland, no, not the boring kind, it's got heart, stretches about 523 square kilometers with rolling hills that top out at just 481 meters on Ward Hill. But don't let the modest heights fool you. These isles are battered by winds gusting up to 160 kilometers per hour, making them one of Europe's windiest spots. Humor alert, if you're planning a visit, pack a kite, or better yet, hold onto your hat, because Orkney's gales could launch you into the next postcode. Picture this: vast peat bogs and heather-covered moors give way to stunning coastlines carved by relentless waves. The Old Man of Hoy, a 137-meter sea stack on Hoy Island, stands like a grumpy giant defying the Atlantic. It's climbed by daredevils, but most of us just gawk from afar, and the sea's teeming with life. Seals bask on rocky shores, puffins waddle comically on cliffs, and orcas patrol the waters like underwater Vikings. Orkney's location at the meeting of the North Sea and Atlantic creates unique tidal races like the infamous Pentland Firth, where currents whirl at up to 16 kilometers per hour. It's no wonder renewable energy thrives here. Wave and tidal power stations dot the landscape, turning nature's fury into green gold. And after battling these winds, reward yourself at Helgi's Bar in Kirkwall, a small but perfectly formed traditional pub with Viking-inspired slate floors and wood panels. Sip Highland Park whiskey, Orkney's Smoky Star, heather-peated magic, or Orkney Brewery ales on draft. It's award-winning for a reason. Cozy, historic vibes without the raiding hordes. Perfect spot to warm up and toast the elements. Economically tied to its geography, Orkney's nature fuels a booming ecotourism scene and fishing industry, hauling in species like haddock and crab. But the real star? Wind farms. With over 500 turbines spinning across the Isles, Orkney generates more electricity than it needs, exporting surplus to the mainland. It's like the islands are saying, "Hey, wind, you want to mess with us? We'll harness you instead." This green economy supports local jobs and keeps the population steady, blending tradition with tech in a way that's refreshingly forward-thinking. Now, let's time travel to Orkney's historical heart, a saga spanning over 8,500 years. These islands were settled in the Neolithic era, around 3000 BCE, by folks who built wonders that make Stonehenge look like a backyard project. Enter Skara Brae, Europe's best-preserved Stone Age village on Mainland's west coast. Unearthed by a ferocious storm in 1850, it's like the islands decided to spill their beans after millennia. Homes with stone furniture, beds, dressers, even central hearths, all intact after 5,000 years. Imagine, no IKEA back then, just pure rock-solid craftsmanship. But here's the peculiarity. the secret mystery that'll hook you, the Orkney Venus or grooved were people enigma. In 2009, archaeologists found a tiny clay figurine at the Links of Notland, a 5-centimeter Venus doll, one of the oldest human representations in Britain. Who made her? Why? Was she a fertility symbol, a toy, or something more arcane? Theories swirl. Some say she ties to a lost matriarchal society, others whisper of shamanic rituals. And get this, nearby mysterious butterfly carvings and hidden chambers suggest secret ceremonies. But the real twist, the entire culture vanished around 2200 BCE. Poof, climate change, invasion, alien sheep abduction. Okay, that last one's a joke, but with Orkney's wild weather, who knows? It's a genuine archaeological puzzle, with experts still debating if they were wiped out or evolved into the Picts. Fast forward to the Vikings, who raided in the 8th century CE and stayed, naming the isles Orkney Jar, Norse for Seal Islands. They left runes, longhouses, and epic tales in the Orkney saga. My Showe, a 5,000-year-old tomb, even has Viking graffiti. Thorfinn wrote these runes, basically ancient restroom wall scribbles. Humorously, it's like Vikings saying, "We were here first, after the Neolithic guys." Orkney's history peaks with the heart of Neolithic Orkney UNESCO site, including the Ring of Brodgar, a 104-meter diameter stone circle, older than the pyramids. Aligned with solstices, it whispers of astronomical genius. Culturally, this history bleeds into today. Festivals like the St. Magnus celebration honor a Viking earl turned saint, with music, parades, and yes, more sheep. Economically, tourism from these sites pumps millions into the islands annually, proving history pays the bills. But Orkney's cultural heartbeat doesn't stop at ancient ruins. It's alive and kicking, literally, every Christmas and New Year's Day in Kirkwall with the Ba game. This isn't your average football match. It's a wild, centuries-old tradition of medieval mob football where hundreds of men divide into two teams, the Uppies, up the gates, and the Doonies, Doon the gates. The name comes from Old Norse gata, meaning path or road. Basically, you're either up the street or down the street from the Mercat Cross in front of St. Magnus Cathedral. The game kicks off at 1 p.m. sharp when the cathedral clock strikes, and a handmade, cork-filled leather ball, the BAE, is hurled into the massive scrum on Broad Street. No referees, no uniforms, almost no rules. Just a strict code of honor, no punching below the belt. Much. The Doonies win by dunking it in the salt water of Kirkwall Harbour, while the Uppies aim to touch the Ba against Mackinson's corner wall in the south end of town. Simple. The pitch is the entire town center. Narrow lanes, shops barricaded with planks to protect windows, and crowds of spectators who sometimes become unwilling participants in the rolling human avalanche. Humor alert. Imagine rugby, but with no pitch boundaries, no time limit, and everyone pretending they know where the ball is. Players often smuggle the BA under jackets, fake breaks to distract opponents, or even try rooftop routes. Yes, really. One legend claims it started when Vikings kicked around an enemy's severed head, though historians call that folklore. It's too epic not to mention. And get this, originally your team was decided by birthplace, relative to the cathedral cross. But after the hospital was built in the 1950s, most babies were born up, skewing things to the Uppies. So now it's family allegiance. Tradition says an Uppie win brings a good harvest. A Dooney win means great fishing. Either way, the whole island wins with the spectacle. There's even a boys' bay at 10 a.m. for the young guns. And in the past, brave women played twice in the 1940s, before it was deemed not ladylike. Classic era vibes. Today, it's pure community chaos, steam rising from the scrum as darkness falls, men emerging victorious or bruised, and the winner proudly carrying the buy home like a trophy. Economically, it draws crowds and boosts local pride, proving Orkney's culture is as tough and timeless as its winds. And after all that glorious mayhem, when the bruises are forming and the adrenaline's crashing, locals and brave visitors head straight to a cozy pub to toast the day. One absolute favorite to finish your epic Ba adventure, Helsey's on Harbour Street. But Orkney's waters hide even deeper tales. Enter Scapa Flow, a vast natural harbor encircled by the islands, spanning about 313 square kilometers and up to 60 meters deep. This sheltered basin has been a naval hotspot for centuries, but let's uncover some lesser-known gems that aren't in every history book, and come with a generous side of irony and giggles. Back in 1263, Norwegian King Haakon IV anchored his massive fleet here, over 100 ships strong, plotting his invasion of Scotland. It ended in the Battle of Largs, but imagine, medieval longships bobbing where submarines would later lurk. Fast forward to the World Wars, and Scapa Flow became Britain's unsinkable fortress, or so they thought. Here's the big one, the 1919 scuttling of the German High Seas Fleet. 74 warships deliberately sunk by their own crews, in the largest single loss of warships ever. But the funny bit, Rear Admiral Ludwig von Reuter ordered the sabotage to deny the Allies their prizes, and he sent secret letters to his captains via British drifters, those little local boats shuttling mail and supplies. Yup,
were beached by the time Fremantle returned.
Brits unknowingly delivered the very orders that sank the fleet right under their noses. Talk about an own goal assist. The Germans turned British logistics into their escape hatch, and the interned sailors stuck in this remote, gray, publess paradise for months, with nothing but endless North Sea views and sheep staring contests. Boredom levels hit critical. Some say the scuttling was partly a mass "we're done with this" protest. Anything but another day of seal watching and bad weather. One cheeky theory floating around is that the crews were so fed up they preferred Davy Jones's locker over more card games with the guards. Post-scuttling, a few ships were beached or captured, like the destroyer B-98, which arrived late, got seized, then broke its tow and beached itself on Sanday like a drunk tourist missing the ferry home. Humor break. During salvage in the 1920s to 30s, engineer Ernest Cox ran out of coal during the general strike, so he cut into a scuttled battlecruiser's hull to mine its own bunkers, free fuel from a shipwreck. Talk about recycling with style. Why buy coal when the enemy left you a floating pantry? Today, Scapa Flow's wrecks make it Europe's surprise diving mecca, with sites like the Karlsruhe at just 15 meters shallow. Economically, it boosts tourism, drawing wreck hunters and tying into Orkney's green wave with underwater renewables testing. But beware, locals joke the ghosts of sailors still patrol, ensuring no one disturbs their watery pub, or worse, steals their eternal card game. After exploring these depths, head to the Ferry Inn in Stromness, Harbourside classic, over 30 years as a must-visit maritime theme. One of Orkney's best for cask ales, Orkney Brewery Swanee on draft, plus Highland Park and Scapa whiskies. Cozy, lively, toast the sunken fleet with a dram while watching boats bob where history happened. Or pop into the Still Room Whiskey Bar at the historic 1901 Stromness Hotel nearby. Over 100 whiskeys, rare Highland Park/Scapa bottlings in old world comfort. Liquid legends await. From gale force winds sculpting epic landscapes to Neolithic mysteries and Scapa Flow's sunken enigmas, Orkney isn't just islands, it's an odyssey waiting for you. We've skimmed the surface of its 990 square kilometers of wonder. But trust me, there's more. Like hidden sea caves or whiskey distilleries that taste like smoky legends. And remember those vanishing cultures and experimental wrecks? It's a reminder. History loves a good plot twist, especially with a side of humor, because who expects sheep to outnumber secrets? If this epic tale ignited your wanderlust, smash that like button. It helps us uncover more island mania. Subscribe to Islomania for your weekly dose of remote paradises, and drop a comment. What's your favorite Orkney mystery? Or which island should we conquer next? Share this video with a friend who's overdue for an adventure. Tag them below. And if you're feeling bold, book that ferry to Orkney. Just don't blame me if the winds steal your socks. Thanks for joining the mania. See you on the next isle.